Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another edition of the 5-Minute Major. After a short hiatus, we're back, and there has been an awful lot to talk about, particularly with the Winnipeg Blue Bombers. I'm Winnipeg Sun sports editor Ted Wyman, and today I'm joined by sports columnist Paul Friesen and football writer Kirk Penton. And you guys know more about the Derek Armstrong saga than anybody, I would say. In fact, I think you were the first person ever to talk to Mr. Armstrong after his notorious now decision to not play against the Edmonton Eskimos last week. And pretty crazy situation with Armstrong and Coach Mike Kelly. It's easy to point fingers and say both of them are in the wrong, but the bottom line is Derek Armstrong is not going to be a Winnipeg Blue Bomber anymore, and to me that's bad news because I think he's a very good player who wanted to come here and be a leader, and that's just not going to happen now.
Yeah, it is too bad because when you take away all the drama and all the circus and all the gong show, all that stuff, the Bombers are a worse team now because of it. I mean, this guy's a great receiver, and now he's gone.
Yep.
And this team needs all the help it can get.
On offense, especially.
Yes.
And it could have been prevented. It really could have been.
You think so?
There were a series of bad decisions made here.
Even though he didn't play.
That could have been, the blow-up could have been prevented. Armstrong should have not refused to play, obviously. But there was a series of bad decisions made here. The first one is not taking someone to Edmonton just in case Doug Brown can't play, right? Doug Brown's been sick all week. You plan just in case Doug Brown can't make it, you bring someone with.
Yeah.
So that was mistake number one. Mistake number two, you find out at 3 p.m. on game day, according to Coach Kelly, that Brown cannot play. And then you you send Bobby Dice, the receivers coach, to tell Armstrong and Franklin the new routine. Yeah. Instead of sitting down and realizing maybe there's an ego involved here, and look, this is the way we're going, here's why. Instead, just make the decision, and the Armstrong finds out, half an hour before game time, whatever it was. So a mistake there as well by Coach Kelly. And then Armstrong, of course, makes the biggest mistake of all, not sucking it up enough.
Yeah, everything you said there is, I think, trumped by the fact that we need, we as fans of the CFL and writers and whatnot expect to be dealing with professionals.
Sure.
And this was not a professional move by Armstrong. I don't think it was a very professional move by Mike Kelly either to have not handled the situation better. But, you got to suck it up, Buttercup. I mean, this guy should have done his time on the sideline and gone in when they needed him. His basic beef is that Adarius Bowman was on the field for the first series of plays. He was the starter.
Yeah.
Armstrong could have gone in for the second series of plays, could he not?
Yeah. Armstrong could have played the rest of the game.
Well, but he wasn't going to.
He wasn't going to.
No.
I think
he wasn't going to be in their main package.
It may have been lost. Like the first thing he said to me at Edmonton Airport that morning was that I didn't want to rotate. I shouldn't have to rotate. So basically, he thought he should have played the whole game. So that kind of may have gotten lost over time, and whatever. But the bottom line is Derek Armstrong was wrong. And that's all there is to it.
By that, he might have meant, though, I don't want to start on the bench and rotate, because they do rotate all the time.
Let's not forget, this is the same guy who said in training camp that he wanted to take over a leadership role with his team with Milt Stegall leaving. I mean, how ridiculous is that in wake of what he's done? That's the absolute opposite of a leader.
It is, and it's...
But like Milt said...
I can't believe it happened.
Like Milt told me, receivers, they're all egomaniacs.
Yeah.
And he's not sure if in his prime he'd been told a similar situation just before a game. He's not sure how he would have reacted either.
That was weird.
Yeah. I can't help but wonder if Armstrong and maybe some of the other receivers saw some writing on the wall the minute that Adarius Bowman was acquired and had been wondering when the shoe was going to drop, so to speak. And maybe finally thinking, well, I've made it through this, and then an hour before the game he gets told, well, you're out. Still, he handled it horribly, but it must have been a bit of a shock to him.
Oh, for sure. And that might be a good point. Like it kind of seems a little drastic for just, you're just not going to start kind of thing, the move he made. But I
wonder what conversation we'd be having if Mike Kelly had gotten the receivers together when they found out.
Yeah.
And said, here's our dilemma, guys. Here's what we want to do. Let the initial backlash come if there is one, the knee-jerk reaction, and then everybody might have been okay by game time. He's such a good communicator, Coach Kelly. I think he could have done a little better job of that.
Yeah.
Well, we're not going to have much more time to talk about this here, fellas, but we could spend a lot more time talking about the Bombers themselves, a team that they had high hopes going into the first game.
Was a game?
Yeah, there was a game. Imagine
there
that.
Was,
and they didn't win.
Are they playing this week?
Alexis Cerna missed another key field goal, and Stefan LaForce didn't look all that great. And some people talked about his weak arm.
Alexis Cerna is the happiest man on the face of the
earth. Yeah, exactly. Thank you, Derek
He is sending Derek Armstrong a bouquet of flowers because no one has even looked at Alexis Cerna this week.
Yeah, but they will soon enough.
Give it.
The Hounds will be out if he has another.
What did the kicker in BC say? This is the graveyard for kickers.
We'll leave it at that. Gentlemen, thanks for joining me today on the 5-Minute Major, and to you, thanks for watching and listening on WinnipegSun.com. We'll talk to you again next week.